It's Detroit Pistons NBA action. We're in the Motor City. The Pistons are looking to take on a Western Conference opponent. You're in for a treat as we bring you NBA basketball on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. Now Golden State's starting five. Against the Splash Brothers, Curry and Thompson at the guard spots. Green at the 4 with Bogut at the 5. And it's Barnes in at the 3 slot. Curry from deep three-point range. Misses that one. He's 0 for 1 from the floor.
And guys, one thing that we were treated with last year was Steve Kerr's great quotability in post-game interviews and pressers. He said all the right things and deflected praise like a coach who had done it for many years.
For 3, there's the bucket. Good. Curry's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
There's a chance he could have a big game if they don't D him up more tightly on the perimeter.
And it's sent back by Drummond. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Drummond. Thompson outside. Shot clock at 6. Curry with it. Guarded now by Jackson. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Here's Harris. And it's sent back by Bogut. Deflects the pass. The pass to Green. Thompson for the triple. Rebound Andre Drummond. Curry is so good with the media because, Greg, he was a media member himself for so long. You know that as well as anybody. Clark, I don't think he ever tried his hand at broadcasting, though. I can't see him doing that. Could you? I know.
He probably just thrown on as a broadcaster and rarely contribute anything of note. And some guys have what it takes to call games, and Steve just doesn't quite scratch me as that kind of guy.
No. And he shows the focus there, nails the technical.
And really, the Warriors had an amazing regular season last year. Just from a historical standpoint, it was one of the best ever.
And it's Green with the jam.
That is up-tempo basketball at its best. So much easier to operate in the open court when the steal triggers the break.
And really, basketball is about rhythm, and that allows your offense to flow better. Now let's see if they can build on it and keep this lead.
Curry dishes to Barnes. And so he draws the foul on the shot and trip to the line to shoot 2. And for the Warriors last year, they would end the season with 67 wins. That number, Clark, tying for the 6th best win total in NBA history.
And my guess is only a few people saw it coming. I mean, as the season wore on, it became more and more apparent that the Warriors were for real, but it took a while for people to accept that fact.
Good.
A lot of times in the first quarter, it will dictate how big a role a player has later on.
Curry kicks to Thompson. Golden State moving it around. And the Warriors miss again.
In this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Here's Drummond. And he slams it one-handed.
This guy is a beast on the board.
And when he gets those second chance points, he does not waste one of them.
And you know what? It's always going to be a powerhouse finish with him. We know that for sure.
And there's the call on Klay Thompson. That is his first foul of the game. And a different look here for the Pistons. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for Andre Drummond. Tolliver comes in for Morris. Johnson, he's checked in for Tobias Harris. And it's Jody Meeks in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Andre Iguodala. He's checked in for the Warriors.
He's going to play his way right onto the bench and out of the game if he continues to shoot it like he has so far in this quarter. Fantastic dunk, and He decided to hang around up there for a while, Kevin.
Well, maybe he didn't want to land awkwardly. I don't know.
Oh, guys, come on. You know, he's up there posing. He's posing for the photographers. That's all that's about. Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass. Gets one to fall, but only his second make in the first 7 attempts.
It's Jackson with the drive. Johnson, the pass to Tolliver. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
Yeah, really left him no choice there, Greg. He had the foul and keep him from converting the easy bucket.
The Pistons making a change here. Blake's checked in. Spates checked in for Golden State.
Well, we know prior to last season, the Pistons handed the car keys over to Stan Van Gundy. He had some early hiccups, but overall, I think they're headed in the right direction. He's a proven winning coach in the NBA.
Curry kicks to Iguodala. Thompson dishes to Curry. Golden State needs to get off a shot. Thompson misses.
No breathing room at all to take that shot.
Tolliver the pass to Blake. To the wing right side. Johnson for 3. Well, it's been a high-scoring competitive game through the first quarter of play. It's Detroit. They lead by 1. And the second quarter will be on the way when we come back. And so far, it's been a closely contested game as we get the second quarter up and going. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from Detroit?
I just don't know that you're going to see a better quarter defensively than what we saw in the first.
Really a big part of why they're on top here. The defense has been on point.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. So for the Golden State Warriors right now, Iguodala and Green are set at the forward spots. Livingston and Thompson are the guards. And it's Spates in at the center. Harris is checked in for Detroit. And Morris drops them both.
And really, last season was one of improvement for the Pistons. They were able to shoot the ball better and better as the season wore on. Overall, they cut out the little mistakes that had bothered them back in 14.
Dishes it to Drummond. Back to Morris. Drummond sets the screen for Morris. Here's Caldwell Pope. Basket is good. The assist from Harris. As I said, Greg, the Pistons were a team that showed marked improvement. And Clark, they did clean up their play style as well.
Yeah, they got better from 2014 to 15 in terms of upping their assist and cutting down the turnovers. Just made it a much more enjoyable game to watch the way they play.
And Meeks kicks to Drummond. Good D by Thompson. Thompson is double. Here's Livingston. He's guarded by Meeks. Thompson dishes to Spates. The drive by Green. The shot is off. Some solid defense from Harris. Caldwell Pope kicks to Morris. Marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down.
Punches it down with pop.
Rubs it in. It looks like a little deeper with the hanging finish.
I tell you what, they're not backing off at all, are they?
That's his second personal foul. If he gets another, he probably puts him on the bench for the rest of the first half.
Reggie Jackson's checked in for Jody Meeks. The Warriors also with a sub. Barnes, he's checked in for Green. Now here is Harris. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. It's Morris atop the key. Inside. Here's Drummond. A second chance effort. Hangs. And that one's good. Drummond's got his second basket.
You know, that's been a big part of their offense in the early stages. I mean, their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range, right at the rim.
And Clark, they might as well keep doing it. I mean, attack the basket until the defense makes an adjustment. You know, just a little too fancy on that play.
Well, you don't want to force any play, but particularly the alley-oop. You'd like to try that when it's wide open.
And here's Jackson after the three-pointer from Klay Thompson. And the basket by Harris. Here is Livingston. To the middle. Stolen by Jackson. And here we go. The Pistons fast break. Harris with the ball. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Pistons.
They've come out in attack mode on the defensive end. They've applied pressure and forcing turnovers.
They're crashing the offensive glass hard, too. I mean, they've dropped in several second-chance baskets.
Here's what Detroit's going with right now. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for Andre Drummond. Tolliver comes in for Morris. As Johnson in for Tobias Harris. Well, last season, the Pistons didn't reach the playoffs for the 6th consecutive season. They're making progress, but as we can all see, still have a lot of work to do.
Yeah, you know, they were spoiled for a while. How about going to the playoffs from 1996 to 2009? So it's been a rough stretch here of late. But you get the feeling that the building blocks are in place for another push.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. Draymond Green, he's checked in for Spates. Klay Thompson comes in for Leandro Barbosa. And it's Stephen Curry in for Sean Livingston. Good!
And I bet most people forget that the Pistons did make the playoffs for 8 straight years before this current drought. It's been a long rebuild process for them recently, but I think they're making progress and moving in the right direction.
Oliver in the post, headed by Green. And Caldwell Pope gets the basket.
They've really flipped things around offensively.
Yeah, and anytime you can make more than half of your shots, you'll take that.
With the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in control of this game.
And no doubt about it, rebounding is an effort stat, folks. They've been more determined than their opponent thus far.
Pick off in midair. Here's Johnson. No good on the buzzer beater. And
all right.
the second half just about to get going here. And the third quarter about ready to get underway. Warriors trail by 10. Jackson and Caldwell Pope, the guards. Andre Drummond is out there with Marcus Morris. And it's Harris in the small forward. That's the 5 and the 4 for the Pistons. Now here's Curry. 5 to shoot. Baseline J on the way. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
They get it back. Another shot. And there's the nice layup by Drummond. Drummond's got 6.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
Passes it to Caldwell Pope.
And And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now.
Clark, there is a swagger out here on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
That's right.
I tell you what, I used to love to go up and jam like that.
And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Blatant contact. Straightforward call. Simple.
And the Warriors making a change here. Iguodala's checked in. Warriors trailed by 14. It's Curry with the drive. The shot from the low post is good. Curry's got 12 points in the game.
Nice move and finish. I think the halftime break really gave him a second win.
And the Pistons decide to take their first timeout right here. And the Pistons making a change here. Bates is checked in. First minute and a half of basketball here in the third quarter. On the way, Harris. Shot is off. Great D that time from Green. Here's Curry. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
What a year for the Warriors. Clark won their division for the first time in 39 years. On the way with the very tough Western Conference.
And there were a number of surprises last season, Kevin, but the Warriors were at the top of the list. I mean, I don't think anybody, including you and I, pegged them to be as good as they were.
Especially the way the finals began.
Exactly.
And Steph Curry with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Detroit leading by 12. High post shot. Jackson misses.
And the Warriors won 51 games back in 2014, improved that mark by 16 wins last season. Among teams that won at least 50 games in the previous year, that 16-game improvement was an NBA record for the Warriors.
And the basket by Harris.
I think they need to get much more disruptive defensively. They can't just keep allowing these easy baskets.
That's got to be job number 1 right now. Nothing easy on the inside.
It goes without saying the Warriors set franchise records all over the place with their play. Their win total being the highest ever, but also of note it was the first time they've won 50 games in back-to-back seasons. They seem to truly have arrived as a top-notch franchise in this current state of the NBA.
Now here's Curry. Following the miss by Marcus Morris. Goes up with a stripe. Green, the pass to Curry. Jackson kicks to Harris. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
A different look here for Detroit. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for Andre Drummond. Tolliver comes in for Marcus Morris. And it's Johnson in for Reggie Jackson. Pass to Barnes. Launches a 3. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Meeks dishes to Harris. Barnes grabs the miss. Barnes has got his 5th rebound in this one.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him, but luckily his teammates have picked up the slack.
Left side, Harris. Tolliver kicks to Harris. Elbow shot is on the way. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. Harris has got 8 points.
And that kind of sums up the defensive effort we've seen here tonight, guys.
Outside, Green gets it to go from beyond the arc.
There is no way a player like him can be left wide open like that. Did you pay attention to the scouting report?
Baines. And he floats in for the easy two. Credit the assist on that one.
Another gap in the defense found there, and they've really had their number today. Just not much success when it comes to shooting. And, you know, coaches just love players who they can count on to give that effort defensively.
And he clearly is one of those guys, Greg. We saw it right there. Nice work forcing that miss.
Now, here's Meeks after the miss from Stephen Curry.
4 of their last 5 makes came off of a high-quality shot inside.
Textbook. Really, when you look at how they're playing, they are having their way down low.
Meeks with the steal. Harris kicks to Meeks. Takes a 3. No good. And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here.
Clearly, he's not pleased with all the looks they've given up on the inside, and also to get them to tighten up that defense.
Yeah, and I think he's going to let them know about it. I mean, they're playing some soft interior defense, and you can't win that way. That's a recipe for disaster if you're not going to play with some physical.
And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Pistons ahead. They lead by 14. And fourth quarter basketball will be coming your way on 2K Sports right after this. And thanks again for joining us. Let's see what happens here in the fourth. So for the Golden State Warriors right now, they've got Barbosa, Iguodala out there with Maurice Spates. Then there's Livingston. And it's Ezeli in at center, locking down the middle. The kick out to Spates. Drops in the tray. Spates has got the first points up on the board here in the fourth for the Warriors.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
Well, I think they're getting caught in that in-between zone, no man's land, giving up 3 straight from beyond the arc right now. Tell you what, he can do a lot more damage to that rim than that when he wants to.
And you know, Clark, with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Me too.
Well, I tell you what, I'm glad he didn't, because otherwise we'd probably have a 45-minute delay here if he shattered the backboard.
Here's Johnson. It's rebounded by Golden State. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
Harris is checked in for the Pistons. Different look here for the Warriors. Draymond Green, he's checked in for Festus Ezeli. Harrison Barnes comes in for Maurice Spates. Klay Thompson, he's checked in for Leandro Barbosa. And Steph Curry is subbed in for Sean Livingston. There's the dish to Barnes for the 3. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Thompson's got his 5th assist in this one.
You never want to point the finger at one person in a team game as to why a team is struggling, but his 5 turnovers have slowed down what the offense has tried to do. 8 of the last 10 points at that end of the court have been scored on very high percentage shots in the paint.
And really, there is no resistance defensively right now. It is just far too easy.
Drummond passes to Morris. And Drummond kicks to Harris. And the whistle blow is going to be on Andre Iguodala. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Feeds it to Drummond. Pistons passing it around. Jackson misses.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Curry kicks to Iguodala. And there's a call on Tobias Harris. That'll be his second foul of the game.
That's his second personal foul.
Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Thompson. And the Warriors miss again.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.
And how many extra possessions have they gotten because of that rebounding edge?
Well, it's been a bunch, and I think it's made the difference in the game. I mean, they've actually done a great job on the board.
So many great statistics are available to demonstrate just how dominant the Warriors were last season. My favorite is, GA, their point differential.
You know, to be able to beat your opponent by double digits on average is something only 8 teams have been able to do in the history of the league.
It's amazing.
Guys, the Warriors ended the year at just over a 10-point differential per game. I mean, still that number is staggering when you think of what it takes to achieve that mark over the course of the season. Typically, championship teams are somewhere in the +6 to +8 range. 10 is off the charts.
It's Curry outside. Some solid defense from Harris.
He had 6 points from long range in the first half, but nothing's fallen here since.
Not too much congestion in the lane. I think he could have gotten a better shot that time, no question.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority, very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for the Pistons.
And Clark, their hard work on the glass paid off.
You know, they both are excellent rebounding teams. I thought it was a tough battle underneath both ways.
I mean, when you look at the stats, you'll see just how dominant a game this was for Caldwell Pope. He was extremely efficient offensively, got good looks, and really knocked down big shots all game long.
So Detroit ends up going with the new group.
And you know what? That Warriors point differential was helped out a lot by their play at home. The home differential was almost plus 15 points per game. A lot of blowout wins. Scary thing is they set their starters in the fourth so often, they could have made those numbers even higher had they won it. And that's the dagger right there, really the nail in the coffin.
I'd agree. I mean, they've done a great job of sealing this one, closing it out. And they never backed off, even with the big lead. I love to see teams do that.
The feed now to Barnes. Out to Thompson. Meeks with the steal. Blake dishes to Tolliver. Pass to Blake. From deep. Shot is off. So Golden State will take it the other way. It's Curry outside. Another miss by Curry. Blake passes to Baines. Iguodala with the steal. Thompson inside the line. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in.
He's fortunate that shot found the bottom of the bucket. It wasn't the highest quality look.
Blake with it. And so it's the Pistons taking care of business here. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, Clark, made the difference.
Well, you know, at this stage, you've got to defend your home floor, and they did that.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. This is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching. So long, everyone.